up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 college Q&A, and I'm so excited. So a lot of things have changed since I started doing these videos. I'm actually going back to school and I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. I'm gonna start my master's, and there's literally no words to express how blessed I'm feeling right now. But anyways, this is not about me. This is about helping you guys with, if it's your first time going to college or whatever questions I might think that you might have. The first question I have is, what should I do if I'm feeling stressed for final exams? Well, for sure, you need to make sure that you are organized with your notes and that you have written down in your agenda the exact date and time for each test, just so that you can organize yourself a little bit better and you can see which final exam you should study for first. Also, think about it this way. Don't pressure yourself to learn everything, because you're not going to be able to learn how many months we were in school. Like, let's say 4 months. What you went through in 4 months, you're not going to learn in 1 week or 1 day or 1 night, depending on when you're studying. So just think about that. Just prepare yourself as much as you can. And if you're feeling too stressed, I would de-stress a little bit watching like a fun YouTube video, and that would just make me laugh for a little bit and just get calmed down again, and then back to the studying. The next question I wrote down is, how do you keep yourself awake during all-nighters? I have a video talking specifically about this, but I think the most thing that helped me stay awake was eating. I know that sounds terrible, but also these there was this yogi tea that I used to drink. I'll leave the video down below if you want to watch it. So I really love to eat grapes, seedless grapes of course, and freeze them and then eat them frozen, and the cold kind of kept me awake, and I'm also eating, so that was fun. Also, I'm really not gonna recommend Red Bulls, because once I drank one, and yeah, I stayed awake the whole night and during the test, but afterwards, like, I just crashed. I don't remember like what I said like the 5 minutes before I fell asleep, so no. And good thing I didn't have to drive, because my mom says that I just like slept on the car like on the whole way, and then I just remember her waking me up to get in the house, and I was like, when did we get here? Of course I did drink a little bit of coffee, but I don't drink black coffee, so I don't know, just a lot of caffeine. I'd rather go the natural route, and with teas like green tea, like that yogi tea. Also, bananas are good for energy, and last resort, just like, is it resort or resource? I don't remember. No, last resort. Last resort, just go ahead and stand up and do like 10 jumping jacks, and that'll get your heart rate up, and you'll be awake again. How are AP classes compared to college classes? That's the next question I wrote down. I took several AP classes, and I do not feel, or it was probably my professors. I had one really good AP professor that was for calculus, which I totally like barely passed. But for example, my world history professor, he was a coach at the high school, so he was more interested in coaching, and I believe he was a like softball or coach or something like that. So yeah, that class wasn't a good class, and I would not compare it at all to actual college classes. However, the coursework for most of the classes was pretty hefty. Actually, I think I took an AP English class. Actually, no, they were all dual enrollment. Never mind. Also, with AP classes, no matter what grade you get on the class, that's not the grade you're gonna get for college. You're gonna receive credit if you pass the AP exam. And in a college class, whatever grade you get in the class, that's whatever grade you get in your transcript. The next question is how to deal with a difficult class. Now for this, I'm strongly suggesting that you go to tutoring. The school usually provides free tutoring for the classes or whatever. Not necessarily for that exact professor, but just like for a general class. And that helps. If not, you can always just look for a private tutor that should help you out. Also, doing study groups with your friends, that helps me out a lot. And also being completely honest with your professor. A lot of them are willing to help you out during their office hours. They're there anyways. So I'm sure they would love to talk about their favorite subject all the time. Also, you can YouTube some of the topics. I know for biology they had a lot of topics on YouTube, and it was pretty fun and easier to understand. Like, I don't know, like mitosis, meiosis, the Krebs cycle. Sometimes they have like really fun songs that people made up, and that really helps. Next question I wrote down is, what's one thing you wish somebody would have told you before you started college? I really have to think about that one. But I would say to study abroad. I did end up studying abroad. I went to Barcelona, but I wish I would have started sooner. Since I had a full scholarship, it would have paid for it, so I could have studied abroad for like 3 years out of my 4 years in college. So I wish I could have known about that a little bit earlier. I mean, yes, they advertise it, but not as much, and also you don't realize how like attainable it is. Well, at least for me, that I had like a full scholarship, I would have been able to, well, my scholarship would have covered it. Also, applying to the program and trying to get in or whatever, I feel like it's not that hard of a process as long as you have a good GPA. So yeah. The next question is, what was your biggest worry before starting college? Again, since I did have a full scholarship, I was so scared that college was going to be so hard and I wasn't going to be able to keep up with my classes and maintain a high GPA and lose my scholarship. And honestly, I think that as long as you stay organized and you actually study, you don't have to be super smart. Because I'm not super smart. I just love to learn, and I try to make sure that I actually learn and not just memorize for exams. I do have friends that are super smart, like just by listening to things in class, but I'm not like that. I definitely had to learn things a little bit the harder way. Does that make sense? So yeah, you should be fine. Just make sure you stay on top of your coursework and you speak to professors if you're having trouble. Even if you're not having trouble, later on you're going to need recommendation letters, and they're a great source. How to stay positive when college is overwhelming? Well, I'm guessing by overwhelming is just like a lot of coursework, and unfortunately that's just the way college is, but it's also such a fun experience, and it's also shaping you as a person. Of course I had my ups and downs in college, but I would not change that experience for the world. I learned a lot, and it really made me the person that I am today. However, I do wish I would have talk to more people. I stayed with the same group of friends throughout college, and that's not a bad thing because we're still friends and we still hang out. It's been 2 years since I graduated, but I just wish I could have met people with other backgrounds. How do you motivate yourself to study when you're lazy? This was hard, honestly. It was just easier to just watch Netflix than study, especially, because I was living in the dorms and I didn't have my mom telling me, study now, you know what I mean? But I guess the biggest motivation was that college is so expensive. You're paying so much for one class that if you're not learning from it, it's like you're just throwing money away, and I don't want to throw money away. Speaking of money, look at this super cool pillow that I got from my Aunt Irma. This is super cute. I love it. I feel like it's gonna inspire me to make some money, but I just love it. It's so funny. I don't have it in the background. In the background I have that, I don't even know if you can see it. I have that one with sequins, but still, I put this one there and I just chill with it and imagining I am a Kardashian and I'm just swimming in money. The next one that I wrote down is, how do online classes work? Now, I haven't fully taken online classes. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Yes, I have taken online classes, but they weren't college online classes. So the way okay, so dual enrollment, most of the coursework was done through Blackboard, and like the university's Blackboard. And like, for example, calculus, it was a test that they were already on the website, blah, blah, blah. Also, there are professors, you take your laptop and you do it online, so it kind of is like an online class. But I never took a full online college class. However, I am taking right now some marketing courses, and those are online, and you just log in at the set time and you watch it. The professor explain whatever. In that academy that I'm doing that marketing course at, they have the option, if you miss the live class, to just watch the video afterwards. So that's pretty cool because, if you got stuck on something like during the actual lesson, you can just go back and watch it. And of course, you do get access to the professor's email, so you do get to talk to them through there. The next one has to do with class registration. I had a lot of problems with registering for classes at the beginning, because they didn't have actually not at the beginning, but towards the end, because they didn't have a lot of options, and they didn't have that many actual classes, and they weren't so big, so they would always fill up, and it was so annoying. But the question that I wrote was what to do if you're on a wait list. Now, it depends how big the wait list is. Sometimes if it's like 3 people, I would just say hold off on that, like keep yourself on the wait list, but register for other classes just in case. However, if it's coming close to the actual date of school starting and nobody has dropped, you're probably not going to get a chance to get on the class. However, you can speak to the professors. Sometimes they make an exception and let one more student walk in, but sometimes it's very controlled and they won't do that, simply because they don't have the space in the classroom. It all depends on the classroom they get. Also, if there's like a wait list, I think of like 10 or more people, you can like totally email the, I don't know if it's registrars or who exactly we would be talking to, but you can just like get together and like do a petition that they open another course, like the same class but at another time. And that's all for today's video. I hope this video helped you guys. I'm still missing part 4 of the series, and I need to do it soon because college is starting, and I'm also going to start my master's program, so that should be fun. But if you are a college freshman, or you will be a college freshman in a week or in a few days, depending when you start, or in a month, depending when you start, good luck. This will literally be one of the best experiences. Please enjoy it because it does go by so fast. But yeah, I guess congratulations on getting into the university of your dreams. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.